So I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts on the whole rioting, the George Foley, uh, murder, just everything. But what has really got me incensed are these, Hollywood liberals that are getting all bent out of shape when someone dares say all lives matter. I don't see what the problem is with that. Um, because all lives do matter. When you say black lives matter, what about white lives? What about Hispanic or Asian lives? Do they not matter? What's the criteria for being allowed to say all lives matter? At what threshold do we say, okay, now officially black lives do matter? What's the threshold that we have to meet before other people's lives matter? Because, like, Pink was getting all bent out of shape because someone dare say all lives matter. Well, gee, Pink, let me ask you. Yeah, I don't suspect she'll ever see this because I'm not a big entertainer and stuff. But you know, if someone assaulted her, broke into her house, raped her, or someone she knew that wasn't black, does that not matter? Should the police not come out and investigate that assault, that murder, that crime because they're not black, so it shouldn't matter? Is that what we're to believe here? Or are black lives supposed to matter more than anybody else? Because everyone else is equal except, black people, they're supposed to be more equal. No, you shouldn't treat a black or Hispanic or a white any better than you treated any other black, Hispanic, or white. If you want equality, that's equal. You know, but it's frustrating to me that people get attacked because they want parity amongst all the races. Um, it's kind of like the Violence Against Women's Act. What the hell is that about? Violence against women is already against the law. I mean, if you assault a woman, it's like assaulting a man. If you assault a black person, it should be no different than if you assault a white person. And by the way, I looked up some data on a website. It's just called Statistica. And it's just statistics. And it goes back from 2017, 18, 19, and 20. Guess what? According to the statistics, more white people are shot and killed by police than black people. And in 17 and 18, it was almost a 2-to-1. White people were killed almost twice as often as black people. So, would that be our justification to go loot and burn down Harlem? Because police are killing us. Now, I'm not, I guess, and let me say this. What happened to George Foley is straight up a murder. It shouldn't have happened. But you can't tell me that every black person that's been shot by a police is a cold-blooded murder. Just like every white person killed by police was a cold-blooded murder. I would say in the vast majority, they did something worthy of losing their life over. Period. And speaking of that, Joe Biden, what an asshat this guy is. He slithers out of his basement and wears his stupid little mask, and then he goes in and starts saying how police shouldn't be trained to shoot to kill. They should just shoot him in the leg. If some guy's coming at you with a knife, you should shoot him in the leg. Well, I'm sorry, he's an asshole. Joe Biden's an asshole. And you got to be a complete moron to vote for that guy. Period. Okay? Sorry, he's an idiot. He shouldn't be allowed to have a firearm. Because that guy is reckless and dangerous. I bet he doesn't know that a man with a knife can cover 20 feet before you can pull your firearm out and shoot. And let me tell you, when someone's charging you with a knife, you're not gonna aim for the little skinny leg. You're gonna aim for center mass. You don't shoot to wound, you shoot to kill. Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Joe Biden is a buffoon and shouldn't be listened to. Seriously. But all that aside, all these people that are touting this Black Lives Matter, yes, they do matter, but they shouldn't matter more or less than any other person. Hispanic, white, Asian, Indian, Native American, all the lives are precious. Black people aren't better, they're not worse. And if there is something that needs to be adjusted, then we can do that. But you don't riot, you don't loot, you don't burn. I mean, you look at all the things that this president has done in 3 years to bolster our minority communities. Record low unemployment for blacks of every demographics, black youth, women, everybody. He did that. Massive increase in funding for traditionally black colleges. That was Trump. Criminal justice reform. That was Trump. That one case, I cannot remember her name, I think it was Johnson, where she got put away for a simple drug crime. And she spent like 25 years in jail. He's the one who pardoned her, got her out. He righted that wrong. Okay? And to sit here and act like there weren't any riots under Obama, there were many riots. Ferguson and St. Louis, there were all kinds of riots. Hell, there was at least 5 or 6 big riots under Obama Biden. What did they do? Did they pass any criminal justice reform? No. Did they have record unemployment for, minorities? No. No, all we had was Obama giving his little slick speeches and making determinations of things before he even had any facts and pandering. That's all that guy ever did. But that aside, this Black Lives Matter crap, attacking people because they feel that all lives should matter and matter equally, if you can't look at it and say judge a person on the content of his character and not the color of his skin, you know what? I think there's a little bit of racism in there. If you're attacking me because I say all lives matter, that somehow you think you're superior because you think only black lives matter, you have to explain to me at what point are you going to be satisfied with black lives mattering before the rest of the lives should matter? You act like you're superior, that you should get special treatment. You shouldn't. You should get equal treatment. That's what we've been after in this country, and we're doing a damn good job of it. Again, if you look at the data, whites are killed by police far more than blacks. So if that's what you're going to hang your hat on, you don't have a gripe like you think you do. Anyway, I'd love to hear some feedback and tell me how you disagree with me. If you want to just rant like a lunatic, don't bother. If you want to make a coherent argument and you tell me why I'm wrong, I'd love to hear it. We can have a civil discussion over that. But anyway, look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks for watching.